He resigned from the CRM party,
yes,
joined the Manidem, and there was a note circulating that he has resigned from Manidem to coming back to CRM. For now, we have not heard whether he's already a member in the CRM or not, whether he's still will be coming back as a president or as a member. But then, do you think that his voice count in our political landscape in Cameroon at this crucial moment? I mean, the voice of Mr. Kamto.
Yes,
Professor Kamto.
Mr. VErnasius, every mentee has a mentor, and for you to fly higher, you must hang on the wings of somebody who is more experienced than you. There is no doubt, quote me, after John Frundi, the only greatest opposition that has existed in Cameroon is Mr. Kamto. Make your research.
Come. There's somebody who is more experienced.
Now, more experience in politics.
Experience in politics.
In politicking.
Because I think that Mr. Kamto is more of a lawyer, a barrister, jurist. In law, jurist than politics.
Now,
go on, please.
Kamto came into play, I think, since 2011, after resigning from the government. By 2018, he had gathered the popularity, and he was very much popular. Nobody will contest to the fact that after Frundi, with the landslide victory he had in 1992, the only independent opposition candidate in Cameroon that has and is still given night mail and sleepless nights to the government of Mr. Biya and CPDM remains Kamto. He knows the secret of the house. As a member who has once served this government, he knows where to hit, where to cajole them and take them accordingly. So just like Isa Chiroma and Bello Buba, they also serve there and they understand. Did they have?
Okay. Is the problem coming from the experience they have as politicians, now, or the popularity that they have?
And to pull the crowd.
I think we should be logical. Now, the best way to analyze this is where are you implanted. The ballot box, the 35,000 ballot boxes which we have, how many are you going to secure? That is where the problem is. Because if we keep saying that the 17% or 17% that he had, or how many percent Kamto had,
I don't think it was not up to 17.
It's not up to 17. So if you try to judge yourself based on that, or based on what we have been seeing on the streets, we are getting it wrong. But if we base ourselves on how are you implanted, where have your party go? How can you manage to hold these ballot boxes? Then you have the power. Because what we are seeing with the Bello Buba and the Chiroma is folkloric. In 2 months' time, you just wake up and say you have worked for nothing. You are not implanted anywhere. You understand?
Anyway, because
I'm just saying on an average, you understand? You cannot tell me that if you cannot work with the oppositions who have been already implanted to secure their ballot boxes, because that's where the problem is. And that's where we in the Cameroon Party of National Reconciliation, we have been working for since 2017 on how to work with the electorate, on how to secure your vote, on how to vote and secure your vote, not only going to the street to register them. So I think the best way to analyze it is who is there on the field.
Okay, let's come back to Mr. Kum. Here's the microphone.
Listen.
Mr. Kum, yes. I wanted to find out the weight of Mr. Kamto in this election at this very crucial moment.
Yes, Kamto remains the greatest person to be consulted.
Even if he's not a candidate?
Yes, even if he is not a candidate, he remains the greatest person to be consulted. And bear you me, they don't only go to him to gather experience or consult him. Kamto still gathers or win the trust of many Cameroonians. They are going for what? Possible alliance. If Kamto says I am allying with X,
Kamto is nobody as of now in Cameroon. He is neither a militant or a president. Do you think that he commands?
What do you mean by nobody?
Because he resigned.
Look, Mr. VErnasius, I am not so. I am protecting what I am protecting the voices of the Cameroonians who doesn't have the voices to voice of what they think. Kamto is somebody Kamto remains somebody. And now, if we say Kamto is nobody, it will be misleading.
No, because he does not belong to which
Are you
party?
telling me that Kamto will not vote in the 20?
He will vote. He has only one vote.
He has only one vote.
Yes.
But he gathers people that he can convince Mr. VErnasius.
The worry is if Kamto thinks that they should join candidate A and the interim president of CRM thinks that they should join candidate B, where would the CRM party go to? Because the parties.
Yes. If the interim president say, okay, let's join A, and Kamto say, let's join B.
Yes.
I think they work in harmony, and the struggle has always been what? For an alliance, coming out with one common candidate to face the ruling CPDM. Now, why is Kamto very important in the political scene of Cameroon as of now? One, he is the most revered opposition leader. That is the most respected.
Yes.
The most feared. Listen, Mr. VErnasius,
go on, please.
Don't cut me short.
Go on, please.
Kamto has been put on house arrest more than any other political figure. If Kamto says he's coming out for a meeting or a rally, they will send police and so on there. But the other political parties, leaders, even the Sage Explorer or the Cabral Libi or whatever, they can hold their things anyway.
Cabral Libi was blocked
in Kribi, and even in Kribi were blocked.
The cases are so few, and
we were refused our party
a national congress.
You were refused a national congress.
Yes.
But
we have
not as frequent as Mr. Kamto. So Mr. VErnasius, Kamto is a voice of liberation. Kamto, and bear you me, Kamto stands, if they are held to his counsel as they are consulting him, Cameroon will go somewhere. But if he is not in, I'm not a member of CRM
party, yes.
Bear you me, CPDM will win.
If Kamto is not in,
if Kamto doesn't ally, we're talking of an alliance.
Yes.
He doesn't ally with what?
Are you talking of Kamto as an individual, Professor
Listen,
Kamto?
no,
we are talking of
Kamto is not a single figure. Kamto is not a figure. You understand? I am talking of Kamto,
and the CRM,
the political figure. Forget about the CRM or the Manidem. Kamto alone. Let me say an independent opposition party. That he is an independent opposition party. If he stands with you, you will have weight. It is for nothing that these people are going towards him for his wisdom, for his counseling, and for a possible alliance that can result to our victory. But unfortunately, they are not one. But I wanted to ask my co-panelist a question before I took the mic. He said your candidate has always been ready to give in for an alliance,
for other parties to come together, mutualize their ideologies,
and what has always been the obstacle. Why has he not always given the lead? That's the first question. The second question, you made mention of the fact that your party leader refused to dine with, in quote, the devil. Politics is not a welfare. We are not fighting spirit. We are not fighting in politics. No, it's not a welfare, and that's the criticism. And that's what they used. That's what they used. That's what they used against center. So please permit me. Please, I have the mic. No, listen. No,
the question is directed to me.
No, I have not.
You want him to answer, right?
Yes. So I am not done. Okay, if you want to answer part by part, you can go on.
Okay, I can answer you. If Mr. Moderator accepts, I should answer.
Please just say a word and then we continue. We still have a topic to talk on.
I always believe in logical aspects. You know, you should be frank and truthful. Yes, our political leader has always accepted since 2018 that he is in for a coalition.
Yes, an alliance. What has been the obstacle?
And so many things. This is the obstacle, clean and clear. Let's have it straight. You don't get into an alliance without your dynamic group and lead and project which you have, and maybe a democratic way of electing the president who is going to lead. You cannot tell me to get into a conclave, to get into a marriage, and then I bring my, like what our elderly
Mr. PRISO
Mr. PRISO said. You don't go into an alliance without bringing my project at hand. I must bring my project at hand. That's what he has been constant on. We must talk about the electorate.
Please,
how are
I
we
will not stop you.
these,
the only project of Cameroonians now.
Answer, please.
The only project of Cameroonians. The only project of Cameroonians is to unseat Mr. Biya and the CPDM, and the rest will follow suit.
There is
whatever.
There is a way.
There is a way. Other way. Divided we fall and united we stand. If you want to stick on to your ideologies without taking into consideration the 30 million Cameroonians, we know they have been suffering.
All right, gentlemen, we know they have been suffering in the northwest and the southwest. We discuss not only about the war in the southwest and how can we bring the project so that it benefits the war, to bring the war to an end.
No, we don't
discuss about the electorate. How can we hold
the project of Cameroonians now.
Discuss also how
if you look at the sake of a common Cameroonian candidate on the road, we are tired of 42 years of the same faces. We are tired. So what should we do? We should unite our forces and forget our differences. This one has put this in his political
which you are can do is to scrutinize the projects of each and every individual.
Of course.
Bring up
now we scrutinize and stand behind what is for the common Cameroonian.
All right,
gentlemen.
Of course. All right. Which will put these people together because we have a diverse cultural.
We are in a diverse society.
All right, Mr. Kum, please let us discuss in such a way that our viewers at home should follow what we are saying, because the objective of our discussion is to let Cameroonians understand and go home with something meaningful, something that will help us. Like you indicate, everybody needs a change. If that is the change that we need, then let us be, orderly in the way we talk, so that out there somebody should be convinced of what he is doing and not doing it because he heard people saying. So that's it. I wanted to come in to let our viewers understand that the numbers that we have on our screen is for you to participate. Don't call. People have been trying to call. Don't call. It's simply drop in your message there and we will take. Be precise, be clear about what you are saying, respecting the views of our panelists who are here, and indicate to us who you are and where you are following us from. I wanted to bring in Mr. PRISO EYOUM so that we see what to do and to get into our point. We touched this point the last time and then we go out, Mr. PRISO. I wanted to find out if we should look at the other opposition party. Can we say that the other opposition party are lacking perhaps the experience, like Mr. Kum is saying, perhaps the wisdom, or perhaps the political means to go about to prepare for this upcoming election?
Well, what I want to say first is that we should be conscious, we should be present in what is happening in our country. If we are not present, aware of what is happening, then eventually we'll keep on using, terms, saying this and that endlessly, and I will yield nothing. First of all, Mr. Kum said that the main question here, or the main issue, is to oust Mr. Paul Biya. Well, everybody shares that idea all over the country, almost even all over the world. But one thing very, very important is that you cannot tell people that, okay, you want to change and you do not have any proposal for the future.
Because you cannot, when you remove, you must replace with something.
Yes, you must tell the people what you're going to do. Because if I take an example, the NUDP, I'm not here to discuss all those things, but for the sake of clarifying things, the NUDP went into alliance with the CPDM for what? For power sharing.
Of course.
And when you are sharing the power, what happened? Sharing power is based on what? On what?
It's based on your representativeness, it depends on your ideas, your agenda.
Your agenda. Was it done? No, that's the question.
The party should understand whether.
Yes, no. Yes. You see, when political parties decide to merge together on the basis of sharing power, you see it. It is not just giving you you know, some
this ministry,
and
yes.
no, we have to say it on the field. So which means that we cannot just go on these elections with the idea that Mr. Biya should leave without proposing anything. And that is why I agree with what Mr. EKONDE said, that, well, Mr. Kum has to go and scrutinize, you know,
the other candidates,
yes, projects before you come together. This is very, very important, because even if we have to go with the idea of, first of all, removing Mr. Biya, people should know where they will be going to, what will be the next step, because it is also unrealistic to say that, okay, Mr. Akeremuna, as he said, is there just for a transition? But what are you going to do? Because you know,
that within the first
an entire project.
There shouldn't be, you know, like,
it's grounded on 8 points.
Yes.
I've gone through it. Majority of them I went through it.
Yes.
And they are sweet.
Sweet.
But
not best than the
what the other people are
community federalism.
Yes.
The best,
because you see,
for the Anglophone crisis,
you see,
which if I have the slightest opportunity to deliberate on the 10 axes, I will really
because you see there are economic aspects of anything you have to propose. But I still want to tell you, we have to look at the anthropological, the historical, sociological, and the economic aspect, because that is where all these things are grounded. And even the political, as we consider the form of the state, because one of the question, you know, which has baffled the Cameroonians is the choice. Which kind of state? People are talking about federalism. Some people are talking about, I don't know what, decentralization and so on. But listen, what is important is not the tag. It is the content. It's not, you know, the container, is the content. Because it is that content that will help Cameroonian to develop
the life of a simple
Cameroonians. You understand? And that is why in our political party we talk about identity. That all Cameroonians should be considered as
one.
As one.
Yes.
And then unity is because whatever will come out, you know, will first of all be decided by Cameroonian to satisfy the entire community, not just, you know, some individuals interest. So I think this is very, very important for us to put ahead our country and know that what is important for us is to come.
Unfortunately, there is no longer time. We are less than a month. Today is already the 14th.
Yeah, you know, you might think that, but I believe that, you know, those who are coming together to an extent, anyway, they can work within and then bring out a release saying that this is what we propose to do. If you give us your votes, and Mr. Biya is no longer there, because with the CPDM there is no way to go again. We are already just like in a stalemate. There is nothing, they can't propose anything. Look at the states of the roads all over the country. These are signs to show that the
so
CPDM,
according to you, the CPDM has given their all.
They are all. They do not have anything
to
offer again. They have nothing to offer, and that is the reason why they cannot give you their balance sheet. Tell you that they are just making noise. And I want to take advantage also, just some few seconds. Mr. Kum was talking about Mr. Kamto. You see, what has been happening around Mr. Kamto is just noise. They made a lot of noise. But it's CPD, he gained his popularity from, you know, noise making. We can see it all over. We can see it all over, even in the artistic, you know, field, where they make a lot of noise about somebody, but who is nothing.
All right. Thank you so much.
And there has been the reason behind the joining of the G20 by the last person who joined the G20.
Yes.
Yes.
Let me
tell you, for one, I respect Professor Maurice Kamto. I really respect him, and I respect what he has been doing for the Cameroonian people, maybe to motivate them to come in the political aspect and all the rest.
To kill that notion
it has always been an atmosphere of taking the people up and letting them down. Why? Because I for one, I came face to face with Michel Ndoki, who was, I'm sure, one of the campaign managers in the 2008 election. And I'll not express everything that we discussed about. It's folkloric what she told me about how someone can bring you high and raise your aspirations higher, and he drops you down. And even in the context of this last election, when after the Constitutional Council, he came out of the Constitutional Council and said he's going to reimburse the money of. I was like, but what's happening? If you are supposed to be that candidate which people are behind, then even the funds that you have are supposed to be for another candidate, to put it on another candidate. It just shows that he is still taking the aspirations up, and he lets us down still at the end. We are almost at the verge of 12th of October.
Yes.
And we need people like him, with all due respect, we need people like him to come out and say, this is what I have for you, the Cameroonian people. This is what I propose for you, even if he is not there, because we count mostly on the electorate. We have 8 million electorate registered already on the electoral list, and we count on them massively, same as we have been doing since 2017, counting on them to vote.
Thank you so much, gentlemen. We have to go back to our topic that was trying to go back to what the week looked like, and politically speaking, we have been confronted with this notion of a coalition. Up till now, we have no way out. In less than a month to elections, by this 14th, Cameroonians will be looking at who will be their president next month. Then, before we take our topic for today, there's this message that is coming in concerning our discussion. He says, good afternoon to you people in the studio. The program is very interesting. I'm to follow any coalition president. It is who, because I and the people need change. Let the opposition leave self-interest. I am Vela Adamo from Bepanda in Douala. Thank you so much, Mr. Vela Adamo. He's following us from Bepanda. You can do like him and let us have your own point of view. Now, we are all aware that in Cameroon, there has been a crisis that has been going on in the northwest and southwest region for close to 9 years and still counting. Now, this crisis started with the revendications from the cooperation, that is lawyers and teachers, and subsequently, with the course of time, mutated into an outblown war that has been going on since then. Since 2017, education in the northwest and southwest region has been hampered by this crisis. Now, we are living at a period before the elections, and what is going on in this part of Cameroon has been a complete lockdown in which activities have been shut down completely. Only Saturdays and Sundays, according to the report that we have, are operational in this part of the country. So our worry today is, with this lockdown in the northwest and southwest region, who pays the price? I want to begin from Mr. Ekonde. In the manifesto of the Cameroon Party for National Reconciliation, there is a good chunk of something that has to do with this crisis in the northwest and southwest region. Having mastered that, who pays the price of this lockdown in the northwest and southwest regions?
Yes, Mr. Moderator, it's really a pity. It's really a pity. It's appalling. It's devastating. Why? Because I, in particular, in personal, have been touched. My family has been dispersed. Have been molested. I think yesterday, Dr. Lombard, the mayor of Konjo, received, I'm sure, 12 cross carpet from the MRC to the Cameroon Party for National Reconciliation. I say shout out to him. Him with Sambaka and some few. I'm sure it's in 2011. Actually, gave me an award of a courageous politician. Why? Because fervently, I have been touched by the crisis in my region. Not only touched by kidnapped from the Amber Boys, but molested by the males. My vehicle was seized, you know, just because of this crisis. And who is hit by the crisis?
Exactly, that's our
who
worry.
Profits from the crisis. We know who profits from the crisis. Before this crisis began, I've been one of the people in the northwest and southwest, let me say in my constituency, the southwest, who have been proclaiming, who have been crying to these people that this channel which we are trying to take, it's the worst channel for change in Cameroon. Why? Because if this crisis was bear down, maybe it's things, I'm not saying picking up arms, we are against violence. I'm saying that if this crisis was like protesting, which is our right, that Mr. Biya, it is enough, please go and rest, something would have happened. Maybe by now we're already 9 years, going to 10 years of crisis. And who profits? I will not say the entire government, but we know factually that people of the regime are profiting. Why? Because if you see the level of their budget, it is colossal, it is massive. And during these periods, maybe going to a 20th May and something, you see the way they manifest themselves as if they are suffering. They even go on CRTV and say that they say where Southwest is fine. I'm talking about my jurisdiction. That Southwest is fine. You see Southwest is not fine. It just shows it shows to us that some people are profiting while the electorate, the local, the citizens who live in these areas are suffering out of molestation, out of bad roads, out of worse roads even, because not bad roads, because some areas are sinistrated and they cannot go and fix the road just because the boys are there, they are afraid. Bad hospitals, people cannot be evacuated. Just what is happening in the Southwest now, 2 weeks of lockdown. It is frustrating. There are women who are going to put to bed
in their homes.
In their homes. You understand? It is frustrating. Why? Because from permit me go back to history to explain a bit why this crisis emanated from the cries of the lawyers and the teachers.
Please do.
You know, it has always been boiling in the Southwest, especially in the Southwest. Why? Because from 1960, the NCNC, Litumbe, may he so rest in peace, has always been protesting in October. Every October year, 1. Every October 1, we have been there. I, as a teenager, I was there. I witnessed it because I'm from the Southwest. I always witnessed it, meaning that it has always been nurtured. I will not say nurtured by some people, but it existed. We know they hijacked our cries, our supplications, which we had,
our worries,
which we had, which we had to maybe protest, and maybe something happened. I'm sure something happened with the common law. Something happened.
Exactly, there were some adjustments.
There were some adjustments which are still not enough, and are still bending to take into consideration the real aspect of the people, the diversity of the people, the multiculturality of the people. It is still failing to take into consideration that Cameroon does not only need a bilingual state to nurture a patriotism in the minds of the people, but Cameroon needs to be sovereign, not only in the educational sector, but the health sector and so many sectors which we Cameroonians, and especially those in the Northwest and Southwest, are supposed to take into consideration and bring change in this upcoming election. This separatist movement, because they are the people who are really, these separatists are really bringing the backs of the people down in the Southwest and in the Northwest. They were nursed, they were nurtured from 1960. Even in our history books, we understand that the United Nations did not give the option, and if there is anybody that these separatists are supposed to go and even fight or protest, it's the United Nations.
Yes,
it is not. They did not give this
the status quo that we have.
The status quo that Aija did not give the status quo that we had. The people who they are killing in the Northwest and Southwest, molesting, even the armies who are dying, they did not call for this union.
Exactly.
So the people who are supposed to get into to solve this problem is supposed to be the United Nations,
exactly,
which they have been silent since. And in the Cameroon's Party for National Reconciliation, we propose community federalism, because what the people want in the Northwest and Southwest is the best autonomy. And the best autonomy is not calling for 2-state federation. It's not calling for 10 states federation, because this 10 states federation is the same thing which was put in place maybe to wallow our resources, maybe intertribal war, because you see even the Tika, the way the Tika have been in 4 regions. You see the way the Sawa people, I'm a Sawa person, have been in the littoral and in the Southwest.
Yes.
You see them Saw people even in the Lebialem. You understand? Meaning, if we take into consideration our economic, our anthropological, our historical past, to bring these people together, you know, ethnicities bring the people together to form a community. If we bring these communities together
and we federate these communities. That is community federalism, because we want to change, we propose to change the 58 divisions into 30 regions. For example, 30 regions. That's, we give more possibility for each region to vote for their governor. We give the possibility for let me say let me bring this back to us. The financial law of 2019, which gave possibility of regional councillors,
yes,
and 15% of our budget,
yes,
which is supposed to be allocated to the region. Just imagine that this 15% in the community federalism community, we give the possibility of having even 30% of our budget. Let the people of the region have even 2 billion. Let the people of these autonomous community regions, which we call them, have 2 billion each year, and the communities, because there will be more municipalities, you know, to vote for their mayors, to vote for their budget, to create their schools, to build their roads, because that's what the people want. If you tell me that we should go into a dialogue now, what are we going to do in a dialogue? You already know what the people want.
Yes, you have already gone to the second part of our discussion, how to come out of it. But then let's remain on the first part. Who pays the price? I want to come back with Mr. PRISO. This crisis has been going on for close to 9 years. 9 years, getting to 10 years even. Who pays this price of this constant lockdown? Because this is not the first lockdown that we have in the two regions.
Okay, thank you, Mr. VErnasius. First of all, we condemn that move.
The move? The lockdown?
Lockdown, we condemn it, you know, with our last energy. Because, well, it doesn't actually profit those who are behind it in terms of, you know, quality of life. Because those who are promoting the lockdown are in the height. And if you are in the height, how can you really enjoy the fruit of it? So we condemn it, and that's why in our political party we first of all, you know, call for an inclusive, you know, dialogue. An inclusive dialogue, that is, everybody should come and we should take into account.
What do you mean by everybody?
Well, when I talk about everybody, it means that we are going to, you know, seek the opinion of traditional rulers, you understand, elites, youth.
The dialogue, national dialogue that we had in Yaoundé, all these people that we are citing were there.
Yes, they were there, but some of the people were not the right people to be part of it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true. And yeah.
Okay.
And again,
that's the inclusivity of the statement.
Yeah,
yes.
But excuse me. Not that all what you call separatists, because you see, if you look at this, what is happening, I also have a lot of information about what is happening over there, and that's why I would like to say that most of the arguments given, even concerning the Anglophone problem, to me, they are yet to be, you know, clearly. They are not clear.
What is not clear? The problem or the argument, or what is given?
The argument given to support the problem.
Yes.
Where are they? They are not. That is why we are in a stalemate. You see, when we talk about a problem, you must give all the details of the problem, so that everybody who hears you spelling the problem will understand what is the problem. But since, as from now, we have not had any person who has been able to spell the problem clearly.
The problem of the Anglophone?
Yes.
I think that Mr. Kum will come back to it.
Yeah, he will come. But you see,
autonomy.
You see, he's young.
Okay.
You know, yeah, people older. No, you see, no, not because I'm older. I want to say, compared to those who were there from the onset. From the onset. No, before that.
Before 1961, that's when.
Before 1961.
Yeah, the colonial period.
You understand, eh?
Yes.
I just want to, you know, make it out to you It's not secret. I just hope that that book will come out. I did both, system of education. I read also law in the University of Buea before giving up and so on. So, I had an experience, and I read a lot of books concerning the issue, even from the moment when the German came here, when Cameroon was one and so on, because you have to analyze all those information, analyze, the stance of the UN, the British, the French,
yes,
and political actors in Cameroon, till today. If you do not go into that, what people said, what happened when Southern Cameroon why was Southern Cameroon attached to Nigeria for administration?
Yes.
Why the Northern Cameroon went to Nigeria? All those that we try to analyze all those things, and at the end of the day, it boils down to just one thing: we are human beings. And if today we are considered as Cameroonians, then we have to handle that issue differently, because I also happen to work with somebody closely for almost 10 years who is today one of the leaders of the Amazonia. Yes, who lives in the USA. I happen to work with him in Limbe,
yes,
where I stayed for, I think, about 16 years. I worked in Limbe 16 years, and I happened to work with him for about 10 years. And when I heard that he was a leader, it was just like,
you were disappointed.
Yes,
or beyond this,
because I could not understand why you have so many people who are upright in Northwest and Southwest, and then, because you see, in terms of leadership, as we have been discussing from the first part, you don't just follow somebody because he came up and said that, okay, there is this problem. No, you must, weigh what you know and what the person knows and where the person wants to take you. Because again, if somebody has lived with you here, he was nobody. Is it when in the USA that you will become somebody? I think this saying that if you are a lizard here, you will not come.
Yes,
you understand?
Exactly.
This is very, very simple. So I think I want to say this: there are just people behind this issue. Be it in the government, there are people in the government, in the armies, in the ministry.
But what are you saying when talking about this Anglophone crisis? Because when you say that people behind the issue, it's a very sensitive.
He rounds up and I come back to you.
Actually,
he should just portrays his position.
Actually, you understand it? It is not possible to say that people are really, getting good profit from this.
Okay.
All those people who are involved, even the government today, it is true. The government has to secure security to make sure that there is security.
Yes, and national integration. National integrity.
But still, it is not a good profit.
Because we're going to look at who profits. Who pays the price?
Yes, but you have to, because you see, paying a price,
it goes to somebody else.
Yes. That's why I'm saying that if it doesn't yield good profit, then the price is paid by who? It's paid by the population.
Correct. All right. You have touched.
Paid by the population.
All right. You have touched the point. Let me take Mr. Kum simple question as that: who pays the price? It has been 9 years and counting. We have been talking about lockdowns that have been persistent. Who is paying the price?
The price is paid by the local citizen in the northwest and the southwest regions of Cameroon, where the lockdown is being perpetuated. You will bear with me that when this lockdown is being put into effect, a local trader who buys from Douala to Wom to Way to Jakiri to EKONDE Titi will not be able to move, and as a result the business will be dying down. A mother who depends on the selling of local food crops, potato, yam, carrot, arish, will not be able to carry his or her products to Bamenda, Bafoussam and other region. So the suffering masses will be the one to pay for all the excesses as far as this lockdown is concerned. Students, pupils, and teachers will not be able to freely go about their activity, which is education. That is their daily migration to leave their homes and go to school. It become a problem. And at the end of the day, you saw the recent result or the participation rate of the GCE.
Yes.
Timid in the northwest and southwest,
where we used to
be the breadbasket of education as far as Cameroon educational system is concerned. So, as my co-panelist was saying, if somebody is paying the price, another person will be at another end receiving the profit and the gain. So we will be the one to pay the price. We are helpless. And who has enabled us helpless? It is the central government, because they have refused to do the essential, the needful. Sincerely speaking, Mr. VErnasius, the aspirations of Anglophone, you know that one problem can lead to another problem.
Exactly.
What we are facing today is because they refuse to resolve it. 1961 at Fomban, it is a prolongation of that issue. Another error was committed in 1972. The referendum, it was not the aspiration, the wishes of a 90% of Cameroonians to come into what we call a unitary state. Anglophone views rejected, abandoned, and relegated to the background as far as the affairs of these nations are concerned. That's why we abide with those who say that we should go in, one, to the terms of Fomban. If we go into the terms of the Fomban Conference of July 1961, the Anglophones may have little or no reasons to complain, because their positions, they are special. Their positions will not be threatened. Again, the government of Cameroon has very good policies. Coming to education, where I find myself, you'll see a very good curriculum. The special status is one of the best solutions that came up from the monologue that took place some years ago. It was not a dialogue, because all the parties were not. Quebec in Canada has a special status. Canada is a bilingual country.
What is this special status that you are talking about? What is it?
Special status, it means they have some prerogatives, some priorities as stipulated in the amended constitution. They are not treated like the other regions, because the northwest and the southwest are the only regions that existed as a country. They gained their independence on the 1st of October 1961. And they deliberately decided on a plebiscite by the UN to join their brothers. As per highlighted, the northern part of southern Cameroon
went to Nigeria,
voted to join Nigeria. And with all what is happening, many are crying out that we will have voted maybe to join as the other people join Nigeria. Because at Fomban, it was stated, if the president, I'm reading the federal constitution, if the president is francophone, the vice president should be anglophone. There were two separate houses of assembly, east, west, and a central house of assembly. But this one gave what? Equal standing on the two states. If you are president, I am your vice, which means I am second in command. But look at the hierarchy, organigram of Cameroon.
But today we don't have a vice president, we have a prime
minister.
We
have a prime minister, and the prime minister does not have, is not the second in command.
Exactly.
He is, I think, the fourth. He comes after the president of the Constitutional Council, if I don't make a mistake.
Economic
yes.
Yes.
So that's one of the problems that Anglophones are having. You said you did not, you don't know the problem. Our problem is the gross violation of the Fomban Constitution of 19.
The representation of Anglophones in this union.
It's just of recent that the crisis broke out, that an Anglophone became the Minister of Territorial Administration. And please, Mr. Atango is a very good friend.
There's no Mr. Atango, is Paul Atanganji.
Minister Paul Atanganji.
Thank you so much.
It's a very good. I don't want to go into that. Before the crisis, Anglophone had never smelled the post of Minister of Education, Minister of Territorial Administration, Minister of Finance, Minister of Defense. Now,
are these what the Anglophones were looking for?
No.
Okay.
They're looking for what? Autonomy. Autonomy, as it was in 1961, in the management of their resources, in the preservation of their culture, what we call the Anglo-Saxon culture, which has been infiltrated. They have been assimilated upon, and we are now behaving the other way around. We had a bicultural, bijural system.
We still have it today.
Now, no. There are
two laws. There are two systems of law in Cameroon.
Two systems of law.
Yes, the common law and the civil.
Let's
law.
go back to the culture, education. How is the educational system?
There are two systems of
two systems of education.
Yes, the
French
subsystem and
the values embedded in the Anglo-Saxon system of education are gradually fading away because of what? Assimilation. They have been assimilated. The way our Anglo-Saxon schools used to be, primary to university, is not the same prestige that they are having today. If you get into the curriculum, you will understand what I am saying. So we want this autonomy in the management of our resources, in the management of our fair human resource. Some people said, okay, it's because of resources. The most developed countries in the world, Dubai is in a desert. Human resource management. The best directors in the world are Anglophone. So we need this autonomy to be able to develop our own society. Okay, look at Limbe Seaport. It was promised that you should develop Limbe Seaport, right? But I hope you know what is happening in Kribi.
Yes.
No. But the studies are underway for the Limbe Deep Seaport to be for the project to be launched.
Since when? It's just as a promise, the Bamenda Ring Road, and I cannot go to my village, not because of fear of Amazonian crisis, but because of bad road. I cannot go there. They promised that road, for God's sake, I think 1985, when the president came to power. I don't know whether
1982. That's when the president came
to power. He came to power in 1982.
Yes.
On the launching of the CPD and political party in 1985 in Bamenda. That was when he said Bamenda is his second home, and he promised to arrange the ring road,
which he will supervise personally.
After being failed in 2010 during the armed forces 50th anniversary, he still reiterated it.
And the prime minister still recently same time, same few months that he will supervise the road, of which the roads, I'm sure it's Pauline Nalova who
decried.
No. What are you talking
about?
He decried.
All right. Mr. Kum, for time constraint. Yes. Let us go back to touch about a way forward. I wanted to find out from Mr. Ekonde, is the situation, is it beyond handle? What should we do if we're to be out of this crisis? What should we do? When you were talking, you said something about the international organization reminding Cameroonians that they should go fight the UN. What should we do to go out of this? Because it is established. Mr. Kumbo citing education, citing the economy, citing the social life. He cannot go to his village. These are the impact of this lockdown that we are having. What should we do to leave such a situation?
The government in power have exhausted. I'm not saying fighting the international community, please. I say no to violence, but it is our right. It's our international right. It has been ratified that we can protest. If you feel bad, you can protest, and it's even enshrined in their articles that if a community or a people, they see that they are being marginalized, they can go up there maybe and face the international community and decry their worries, so that they may be taken into consideration. But what we have been seeing since 9 years now, and even since when the Anglophones were duped out of their negotiations, I think we fell into the two sugar of water. The two sugar fell into the deep ocean. We have been crying persistently. Look at even what happened with the Glencore. I'm sure the international organization, they really know what is happening in Cameroon, that they cannot solve our problems. They cannot solve. The Cameroonians are the only ones who can solve their problems. The electorate can solve their problems. I think we Cameroonians, we are already fed up. We already know that we are fed up. We may be having some issues looking for a unique candidate. We might be having issues battling with the Anglophone crisis. We are having issues battling even with the regime in power, but we know factually that even in Cameroon, we cannot advise the regime in power again that this is what you're supposed to do. We Cameroonians are supposed to take into consideration that, especially the separatists, that the name Cameroon was not given by France nor Britain. The name, we Cameroonians, we came up from the Bantu. We have a historical and anthropological history which existed way before the 50 years or 60 years we have after independence. So we should not say we are out for separation. Why? Because we had this separation after the Second World War.
Yes.
And it had so many consequences. People paid for my 29, I'm sure. They called it, there was a fee which you paid. By then the road linking the littoral and the southwest was through my 29, and my grandfather told me he paid visa fee to enter and go and see his people in the littoral. You know, we are joined. We have the NOSO people in the grassland, and the grassland is over Bamenda. It's over the northwest. We have the southwest over we have the Sawa people over the southwest. So we should make these people to understand that we have a unique culture which we need to preserve, and we need to come down into the logical aspect of democracy, of change, which is democracy, and beckon and call for our people to go in massively. Even if you have your voter's card or you don't have your voter's card, there is still a possibility for you to be in charge of, or constitutionally, I'm sure, to be in charge of in the ballot box to scrutinize the ballot boxes. So we Cameroonians of every culture, we are 15 millions who are eligible, who can work in these polling stations. We should go in and check into these individual projects. I, for one, I believe that the Cameroonians Party for National Reconciliation has a good proposal. Community decentralization through community federalism, which is the best I think we can have. And you can get into it through, with your permission, www.cabral2025.cm, and work with us. We are extending our hands. We know factually that we have failed for a consensus. Why? Because we did not agree unanimously to come together strategically.
We the opposition, or we the CPNR?
We the opposition.
Exactly.
I'm talking about the opposition because we gave our proposal. I'm just trying to be fair enough.
Exactly.
Putting myself in place in the opposition of the others, that we did not come together maybe to look for a consensual opposition. But if we see the facts of the electorate since 1992, and now that ELECAM has boosted the electorate to 8 million, we have the possibility to galvanize the electorate, you know, to bring the electorate to unanimously to vote for a change in Cameroon, and voting for Cabral Libi, which I know it is the best choice which we can have to solve this problem of the NOS of the
Thank you so much,
the
sir.
Anglophone crisis.
Thank you so much, sir. Let's go to Mr. PRISO. Mr. PRISO, you went back to the historical, you know, idea about this conflict. If we were to make reforms, what historical reforms, in less than a minute, because our producers are already indicating that our time, what historical reform do you think that we can touch in order to appease, in order to bring calm and solve this crisis?
Okay, thank you very much. I just believe that if we could have time, you know, to discuss on this issue, people will be more enlightened.
Yes.
And understand, as I said, that in our party, we talk about identity, which means that everybody, every single citizen here must be considered as a Cameroonian. Not as an Anglophone or Francophone. Mr. Akum mentioned the issue of special region. I think in the
special status,
it was enshrined already in the Constitution in 1996, if you remember that.
Yes.
So the people who fail to make sure that it is implemented is those people who were elected in those days. And I know very well that Northwest and Southwest had a lot of MPs that were in the opposition.
So it's not in their power. I don't always like interrupting. It was not in their power. You have to blame the central government. Everything is centralized.
There's no time. Let Mr. PRISO go on.
Talk about it. They had to talk about it every day. It is not in, you know, I don't know how many years, more than 20 years later, that they will get into a meeting and discover that it was mentioned. It's not serious. So we are going to work into that. You understand?
Exactly.
You see, beside all that is institutional, there is one thing which is very, very important: education.
Exactly.
We are trying to talk about having, a system which permits us to become real Cameroonians.
Exactly.
And there are two subjects which has to be handled. You have history. The history of Cameroon is not
what we have.
It's not taught, does not have the same curricula.
Yes.
I did the two systems.
You mean the two system of education?
Yes. If you see the way they teach history, the history of Cameroon in the GCE system is different from what is taught in the Francophone.
Okay.
And so we are